this is Steph reporting to you for Dates and Cakes, and last episode of travel on Dates and Cakes. We were talking about different places I've been on different dates to meet hopefully the one, but it turned out just being another one. So today's part 2 recipe is only suiting to do a frosting because we'll keep those earth cookies together, the globe, because on these trips you have to keep it together because there's a lot of risk, because especially if they're in charge of the transportation or what have you. So like in Indianapolis, that was the case. I went and my travel date was a Grumpy Gill, yes, from Finding Nemo. And so I was kind of like being my own little, I don't know, motivator, I guess. And I did not have any transportation. So that's something to keep in mind. But then it's like, oh, well, why even do a travel date if you have so much to risk? You have to be strong in certain ways more than others. And why even do it? Because, I mean, what if this travel one is the one? So, I don't know. I just think, why risk anything? So, travel's really important to me. Some people love going to movies on dates. Some people love trying new food. I like trying new food in new zip codes. So, why not? And if the person already is up for a trip, they already are slightly compatible with me because that is the type of person I am anyway. So it's not going to change. So might as well just, you know, bring out the big guns or frostings. So what happens in college must stay in college because I'm telling you that did not go well. I got there to San Antonio and he was like, oh, there's so much sexual tension, like puts me on his counter and like kisses me. There wasn't. I looked like death. He was like, you're so hot. I was like, so that's another thing. I mean, that trip we didn't go anywhere. I went to meet him. So you have to be careful that there's not like admission to stay at these places or meet this person. So sometimes it's good to put like expectations ahead of time, but like, I don't know, that takes a little away from the spontaneity. Another trip, so we don't talk anymore. Another trip was to Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, which is funny because I used to live there. So making a trip back, what? That was, you know, like going back somewhere you've already been. That was fun. Wasn't his place either. I've been to Columbia actually twice, Columbia, South Carolina, for dates. One of them was this guy that was actually my boyfriend. I know, shocker. Stephanie's had one of those. What? Stephanie's been able to keep one of those. Say what? That was like a halfway point. He was coming from Charlotte and I was coming from Charleston, so it's fun. I went to Columbia a second time. Oh, this is a good story. With the best friend. We were on a taco crawl. You heard me correctly. And yeah, with the taco crawl, you pay up front and then you get like, not unlimited tacos, but there's like a little map. It's like a treasure map of all these taco places to hit. And they all have different kinds. And so you can get like steak and like fajita taco and like, I don't know. Those are the only two I remember because I got wasted. At each one, they give you tequila. And so my best friend was going to drive back. And then a guy that I used to date lives in Columbia and saw that we were in his city and was like, oh my gosh, what are y'all doing? Are y'all staying? Y'all should crash with me. And I was like, okay. So as soon as my best friend heard that, bottoms up, baby. So as the night unfolded, he ended up leaving me in his bed to go hang out with his neighbors in the hot tub. That was fun. Next city. So the sweetness is necessary. That's why I do the dates and cakes. That's why I do the recipes, to keep it together and to keep going through this because I'm not giving up. Never gonna give you up because it's frosting in the cup. Na, 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 and colorful. Okay, so I said I was gonna color this one up. I'm gonna put sprinkles in here. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit so you can see the deliciousness. This is our cream cheese frosting. Not much to it at all. 4 ingredients, not including sprinkles. So another way to color it up, one of the most colorful cities in the world, in my opinion, no one asked, but I'm giving it to you anyway, is New Orleans. So I went there with a guy that literally met me for the first time outside of my house when I lived in Pensacola, and was like, throw your bag in the bag. When I got filled up gas, going to New Orleans, Crescent City, yeah. Can't nobody tell me nothing. He didn't sing like that, or we probably still would be talking. Just kidding, it wasn't my choice. So he got hammered, which it's New Orleans, that's fine. But it was the way that he got hammered that I was like, this is like a normal thing for you. Which is fine. I mean, God knows I drink. Jeez, I'm Pete's. But it was just, I never say I don't drink. He started out saying, oh, I don't really drink that much. And that was like, I mean, but still, I wasn't even the one that ended things. So I guess like with both of us drinking and walking around the city and everything, and this was just a day and a half trip, thank God, because apparently I like emotionally pushed him away the next day or that night. And so then he got emotional. We both got emotional. Yay, booze. Booze give you the blues, baby. And yeah, so the next day on the car ride home, which was 3 hours, he even said multiple times that, I mean, it's not like I'm ever going to talk to you again. Ha ha ha. Do you know homeboy never talked to me again? I take that back. He talked to me once. Wasted. Like 2 weeks later. Like blew up my phone. I had like 4 missed calls at like 3:30 a.m. It was insane. And in Pensacola, the bars close at 2. So I'm like, anyway. Mobile was awesome. I enjoyed that a lot. So that was with a guy also I'd never met before. Went to his house. I know, I swear I'm sure y'all are thinking I'm gonna end up in true crimes, but it's still here, so. Woo! Some people walk in the light, you know? No, I'm just kidding. I know Taekwondo, so. I mean, what I mean by that is I used to be a nanny for a first grader that took Taekwondo. But yeah, I soaked up, you know, at least a cashmere belt worth, at least. So the frosting's just chilling. It's done. It can chill in the fridge. It can chill here, or like my best friend says, it's just gonna vibe out. So we've got our trips here together, and believe it or not, there's actually a couple more I thought of. So who knows? Maybe there'll be a part 3. You can combine these suckers. You can dunk it in there like a dunkaroo. Hit, hop, a hit, a habit, hit, a habit, people out of mommy. I was going for like kangaroo jack, but it didn't really happen. Until next time.